you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing today?
I'm amazing. Thank you for asking. Welcome to Members Only, powered by Grey Goose Essence.
Thank you.
And as
You're
you
looking very sharp today.
Oh, thank you.
I like your pocket square.
Oh, thank you. And I'm a reflection of you. How about that?
Yes, I
Yeah,
like that.
I can dig it. Okay, so we have 3 amazing flavors here. We have, let's see, we got our white peach and rosemary, strawberry and lemongrass, watermelon and basil.
Love it.
I already have like a low-key shot of the strawberry and lemongrass.
Okay.
Miss Cece, if possible, what would you like to start with?
Well, right now I have watermelon and basil. So do you just want to go ahead and take that shot, and then she can fill you up with the watermelon basil? We'll
This is
start
more than
together.
this is pretty big, though.
It's okay. You'll survive.
Yeah, I want to drink it. You're gonna have me lose.
No, I would never. I would never set you up to lose. Do
Yeah.
Give you a new glass.
you want a new glass?
Yeah. Yay. You saved the day, boom.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So then,
Yep.
So then watermelon. I
Yeah.
have watermelon in my glass.
So you got watermelon?
She's
Okay.
about to get you some
Watermelon basil?
watermelon. Yes.
Ugh. Okay. Yeah, let's try the watermelon basil. Yeah, let's try that, boom.
okay.
I already have some.
Yeah. So we're just gonna do like a half shot. Like a bit. Just
Good.
A bit. Okay.
Good.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Alrighty. We gotta do our cheers. man.
Swirling?
Yep. We gotta swirl a little bit.
I didn't know you had to do that with vodka.
You don't.
Oh, okay.
But this is a different kind of swag. I don't know
Oh,
what's
okay.
making. Maybe it's the glass that's
think
making
it's
me
the
do
glass,
this. That's what that
yes,
is. Okay.
yes.
So, cheers to health, wealth, prosperity, and
Creativity.
creativity, baby. Power to the creators.
Thank you for looking in my eyes this time.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting.
Wow. That's refreshing.
Mm.
Summertime.
And it's 0 carbs, 0 sugar.
Yes, that's very attractive.
Yes, it is. So, Miss Amy MALKAN, international muralist. Let's talk.
Yes, let's talk.
Okay, so unless you're living on a rock, some people may not know what is a muralist.
Yes, yes. And actually, you don't even, some people are not living under a rock and they still don't know. That word is not commonly used.
Okay.
So a muralist is someone who paints on very large walls. That's it. And they use different kind of mediums like aerosol, latex. Yeah, we just paint on really large walls. I think most muralists like the bigger the better.
Okay.
Yes.
What motivated you to become a muralist?
So I've been an artist all my life, and then probably around 5-6 years ago, I met my mentor, and he is a muralist, and he introduced me to murals, and I absolutely fell in love with the process. And then he introduced me to aerosol, and we did a mural together of Frida Kahlo at the Last Concert Cafe, which is in a historic part of Houston. It's a speakeasy place. It's the only building that is allowed to have their doors locked shut during business hours. So when you go there, you actually have to knock on the red door and someone will let you in, because it used to be a brothel back in the day, like 50 years ago.
Interesting.
It's pretty cool. And anyways, we did a large Frida Kahlo mural there, and I used aerosol for the first time.
Okay.
And I absolutely fell in love with the medium. So when I do get the opportunity, when I work with different clients that they allow me to use the aerosol, I take advantage.
So what's like your ritual before you create your murals?
Like the day of, or in terms of to get even to the point of
Both.
both? Okay. I mean, for me, I say that I'm a businesswoman first, and then I'm an artist. So I am a huntress, and I go out there and I go hunt for the business deals. And then we talk and we kind of finalize all the details, the design, the budget, everything. And once all that is done, then the fun part comes into play of finalizing the rendering, get the client's approval, going out and sourcing the materials. And the day of, I usually just wake up and just, get my mind right. I'm boosting myself up, saying a lot of affirmations, get excited, and I go out there and I just, it's almost like, have you seen that one interview with Beyonce, and she says she turns into Sasha Fierce?
That's
when she's
correct.
on stage?
Yes, ma'am, I have.
That is, I now understand exactly what she is saying, because there are moments where, when you talk about ritual, there are moments where, other negative thoughts creep into my head, where I almost have like imposter syndrome where I'm like, I don't know if I'll be able to actually pull this off. Like, I can't believe the client trusted me with this large project. I don't know if I'll be good, and like all of these negative thoughts, and then it just kind of all goes away because once I get that spray can in my hand or the paintbrush and I start going on the wall, it's I just turn into somebody else, and I don't know what that name is yet, but it's just all of that noise goes away and I just go for it because it's just built into my DNA.
What's your dream project?
So I think you and I kind of talked about it. My dream project is to create a mural tour, like concert festival, where I get the community of that city super excited about me coming out there. They are a part of the design process. They are a part of the production process. It's a week-long project where we would be painting this mural, but at the same time it's a festival, so there would be concerts going on, food trucks, vendors, but the main attraction is the community being a part of this mural that represents their city. You know, it's a lot of times where you see all these beautiful murals getting erected, but it has nothing to do with maybe in that particular location. So for instance, Third Ward in Houston is a predominantly African American community. However, there's some murals in there that have like nothing to do with Third Ward, and it doesn't make sense. You know, it's beautiful art, but it doesn't really depict Third Ward. And so I want to be really conscientious of when I enter somebody's home, which is that city, to not impose my stuff into, you know, on their city, but to be able to co-create together. So infuse my you know, way of doing art, but also including their imagery and representation and symbolism into the mural. And it's just one week long festival, just celebrating all different types of creatives. And so we do a tour and we go to different cities, and I want it to be international, so we go to Europe and South America and everywhere.
Africa, all over the place,
And so people get excited, they know we're coming. And yeah, just something different. So how we get excited when we see the tour list for, you know, Prince or Sade or whoever, you know, you get excited to see this artist coming into your town to do this big mural.
I love that vision. So I have a question.
Yes.
Okay. From your definition and how you view things, what is the essence of being an artist?
Well, I can't answer that for all artists.
But for you.
But I think for most artists, and including for myself, we creatives, and I use creatives generally, like photographers, we see the world completely different. And it's our way to communicate what we see and how we feel through our art. And it's also to show the viewer something completely different that they didn't even know existed in their world and universe. For me also, having a biracial child who is half Indian and half Black, it is really important for me to have him not only be, you know, happy about being Black, but happy being Indian too. More often than not, typically when other cultures mix with the Black culture, they're shunned. Whereas, you know, in the Black culture, they're very accepting of everyone. And so the child typically identifies as Black and kind of doesn't really identify the other culture. And I want him to be proud of both. And
That's
so
right.
my purpose and my essence of my art is very South Asian. There's a lot of South Asian motifs, like mandalas and henna patterns. And it's just my way of communicating the South Asian culture, being proud of, you know, who I am, and I want my son to be able to see and resonate with that.
Awesome. And you're from Bombay, India, correct?
My family is.
Your family is,
yes,
okay.
By way of Tanzania and Ethiopia. Yeah, so Africa and India.
And so you're in Houston now, correct?
I'm in Houston, yeah, born and raised. Yes.
And from what I've told, you're like taking over Houston. You're like painting murals all across the city. Like, I'm
doing it now. It feels like this is the time that I've been putting in a lot of work. I started my business 7 years ago. I finally went full-time 5 years ago. And I've had a lot of circumstance and bumps along the way that have just kind of, I had to prioritize what was more important. And right now, I think all my hard labor is coming into fruition. And there's been an energy shift in the last year, and this is the time for me to shine. Like, just be open to receiving abundance and all the opportunities that are coming my way. So I know this is my time. I feel it, and I'm just going after it.
What a time to be alive, right?
Yes.
What advice do you have for those who want to pursue being an artist, a creator in the realm of painting, murals? Where do they start? Because I think a lot of people, I don't want to say are insecure, but don't really know or understand how much raw energy and talent they really have, or really have the motivation to pursue their dreams. So what advice would you give those wanting to get into the world of being an artist?
I get that question asked to me probably around 10 to 20 times a day in like my DMs of Instagram and Facebook, and it sounds almost like I'm not answering them, but it really is the answer. It's your mindset, and you kind of already said it. It's the confidence, and it's like if you don't have the confidence, you just have to fake it till you make it. You know, just keep going in the mirror and just telling yourself how, you know, badass of an entrepreneur you are, or a creative, whatever it is, and then just putting yourself out there. You know, I get a lot of people asking me, they're like, I don't have enough content, and I'm like, but you've started on something. You're creating something. It doesn't have to be finished in order to get posted online. Just show the behind the scenes stuff, talk about what you're creating, just get content out there, talk to people. There are so many different organizations that are wanting to help creative entrepreneurs start off, and so it's a matter of just doing research within your own city to see what organizations are out there, to start talking, find a mentor. There's so many different avenues. I think we also get caught up in, well, I don't have the business side of it done, so I can't really get started. And it's like, what comes first, the egg or the chicken? You have to start somewhere, and then everything else will start falling into place. Like, don't worry about not having an LLC or a business plan or, you know, the DBA or bank account. Just get started, and then slowly everything will just start. You'll be like, okay, I need to get this done. I need to get this done. So just start. I think that's the hardest part.
Where can we find your work online, or if we want to, you know, anybody wants to book you?
So I have a website. It's www.amymalkan.com, and then I'm on all social media platforms. I'm on IG at Amy Malkan, and then Facebook Amy Malkan, and LinkedIn Amy Malkan. I keep it streamlined, so it's just easy. You can just put in my name, and all of those will pop up.
Hey, I can't.
Follow me on Instagram, because I am now dropping a lot of business information and tips on how to be a successful creative entrepreneur. So I'm in the middle of kind of creating some other things to help creatives get the business side of it down.
Okay. I want to give a toast to you.
Okay.
Because from what I've seen and the time I was able to be around you and see your work, feel your spirit and energy, I believe you are the essence of artistry, for sure. So, cheers to you.
Cheers. All
Okay.
right, well, Cece's going to give us a shot really quick.
Yeah, okay, so we just did the watermelon one, right? Okay, so
Which one would you like?
let's do the, let's do strawberry and lemongrass.
Yes.
Okay.
I like lemongrass. I actually add infused lemongrass in my chai. It's so good.
Yeah.
Very little. That's good. Thank you.
Good. Thank you, my good lady.
All right.
Cheers, my dear.
Cheers.
To creativity, boo.
Creativity.
And you being
The essence.
the essence of artistry.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you were gonna drink the whole thing.
Oh, I am. So this is how
we
this
sipping on
works.
it?
I sip. Yeah. Because if I just throw it back,
Yeah, I was about to make a face, but I'm like, I'm on camera.
yeah.
Don't make the face.
So I'll tough it up and throw it back with
Okay, thank you, sir.
Very refreshing.
Yes.
A little heat there.
Yeah, there was a little heat there.
Yep, a little heat. I see the legs on here.
Yes.
Like my fellow
Yes.
OG Bobby Jizzle said.
Yes.
You know,
That's
great
for sure.
vodka and alcohol has to have great legs. Okay. So now we're going to try the white peach and rosemary.
All right. I love me some rosemary.
Mm.
Coming right up.
I'm feeling a little warm inside.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. I'm feeling a little warm too.
Somebody cut the heat off. Woo.
That's probably good right there. Thank you.
Just a drop, my
Just a
dear.
drop?
For me to
Okay.
taste it, yeah.
There you
Yes.
I
You
will
want to
be.
sip on this one instead?
No, I'm.
You
Yeah.
gonna take it to the head?
No.
Yeah, let's sip on it.
Yeah, let's sip.
All right.
Cause I'll be asleep by 3 p.m. So.
Yeah, no. I have to drive back to Houston.
Yes, you do.
Cheers to you for
To me?
being a connector. Yes.
Aha.
And for just connecting people together so that we can all rise to the top.
That's right. That's what life's
Cheers
about,
to
baby.
you. Yes.
Cheers, baby. Mm-hmm. That's smooth.
I think, I think also because we're sipping on it, and I think they all would have been smooth had we sipped.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah,
So we were
I
just
think
throwing
probably
it back.
that is the way to enjoy these.
Mm.
Probably a little bit of ice. I put a little sparkling water in there, and you've got yourself a nice, refreshing, clean.
Or maybe a
drink.
tonic, like I was referred to
Or
earlier.
a tonic.
Or
yes.
a tonic.
Yeah, I'm not
Okay.
a tonic fan, so I like.
I never had
sparkling
tonic.
water.
Okay.
Yeah, like gin and tonic.
Okay.
I think it's like an acquired taste.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, Miss Amy Malkin, thank you for being a part of Members
for
Only,
having me.
powered by
Yes.
Grey Goose Essences.
Yes. Thank
Best
you.
is yet to come.
Yes. Thank you.